All right. Hello and welcome, poker fans across the world. We are just after dinner break at the Hole in One main event in Oaks, North Dakota. My name is Brian of the Dakota Poker Tour. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and introduce our players, then we'll get into some of the details of the tournament. In seat one, we have Edilberto Garza, an Oaks native. He's starting out with 9,500 in chips. Seat two, we have Zach Hoffner of Fargo, 62,500. Seat three, no stranger to the Dakota Poker Tour and the live stream, Kim Rasmussen of Grand Forks. He's starting with, I believe, our highest chip stack, 178,500. Seat four, we have John Walliser of Lisbon, 24,500 in chips. Seat six, we have Mitch Carlson of Lemoore, North Dakota. He's second in chips on the table, 133,500. Seat seven, beloved poker player Rob Urbach of Grand Forks. He's starting out with 13,000 in chips. Kurt Waldy in seat eight of Jamestown, 84,500. And rounding off our table, we have Rob Fenner of Gwinner, North Dakota. He's starting out with 39,000 in chips. Gonna wait for our shuffle up and deal from our tournament director, Dana Castaneda. And there is the call, shuffle up and deal. Our starting blinds are 1,000, 2,000 with a 2,000 big blind ante. We started this morning with exactly 100 players. Remaining is we've only eliminated 28 people. We're down to 72. So not a very fast moving tournament, I don't believe. But we'll see if we can eliminate some people on this feature table. And hopefully we get some good action for you folks at home to be able to enjoy on coverage. And John here flops middle pair, Robert caught top pair. Mitch catching a gut shot, same thing with John. John's going to go all in. Mitch will fold, and Robert has a decision to make. He's all in for 22,000. That's about 2/3, kind of a little bit of a decision to make. Top pair, a very connected board, flush draw. Probably not something you want to shove your chips in the middle for, especially being the first hand of the feature table. You kind of want to soak up all the 15 minutes of fame that you can get. So there is our first hand of our feature table. Again, there's our chip count. We're going to be looking towards Edilberto and Rob to be finding that perfect opportunity to shove all their chips in the middle. I do believe Rob is in the big blind. So he's already paying to play. However, he will have another orbit around the table. But hopefully he can catch something here. Someone bites on it, goes all in, and can double up and keep his tournament hopes alive. Rob is coming off of a heater of a stretch of poker. I believe it was last weekend, maybe 2 weekends ago. I think it was, yeah, we were out in Dickinson at the Fat Stacks tournament, and Robert took second place, and just the day prior played in a Rough Rider poker event and found himself the last one standing. So coming off a first and a second place finish. We'll have 4 players to the flop. Comes 9, 3, 5, 2 clubs. Not a very well connected board. Mitch Carlson with that second top pair. Rob not catching any of it. Really, he's going to fold after Mitch bets 5,000. Robert will call, or he'll fold, and John will also fold. So Mitch Carlson, rich get richer. Not by a lot, but every chip counts. Our buy-in was $150 with a add-ons. I believe it's $10,000 for every $50 afterwards. And we are at the Angry Beaver Lodge in Oaks, North Dakota, which is quite an interesting building. We've got, we're in the ballroom, and then connected to the ballroom is a very lively, well-decored bar. Obviously is a fan favorite in the Oaks community. Robert Fenner with Jack 5. See what he's doing. He's probably going to fold, and he does. Edberto in the 1 seat will fold. Zach Hoffner will call. Actually, he raised to 5,000. Kim folds, John folds. Mitch will fold. Rob folds wisely. And Kurt calls. And we very well might have a dead card. But our flop comes King, Jack 7, Zach catching, middle pair, top kicker. I believe we've seen a check. And the turn comes a 6 of hearts. So now we have a heart draw out there. Kurt will bet. I think it's 5,000, 10,000. And Zach folds. Okay. Be interesting to see what Kurt Waldy had. But unfortunately, I think that's a dead card. Again, we do have 72 players remaining in the field. As I walked around during dinner break, which just concluded, didn't see many chip stacks that were the clear winner, you know, massive chip stack. They were all within reason. I did see just here that we have a seat open, so we're going to be down to 71 players. Got players from South Dakota, Minnesota. Joel and Nikki Smith made their way out here, all the way from north central Minnesota. We'll see fold, fold, fold. And Rob's going to go all in. We'll see what he has here. Yeah, on the button, he's going to try to steal those blinds and antes, but Kurt is going to make the call for just 9,000 more. I think Robert folded. So here's Rob. Rob's tournament life at stake. Puts it on the line for 10 deuce offsuit. Robert folded. I think we're having a little trouble with the graphics, but Robert folded, and there's your board. 5 Jack 4, 5 Queen, Kurt takes it with ace high. Robert Urbach eliminated in 70th place. See plenty of posts by Rob on Facebook about his poker experiences and in his finishes, so I don't think by any means this means his run good has come to an end. It's just how tournaments work. Live poker is, you just can't grind it out online as hard as you can, or in person as hard as you can online. Can't see as many hands per minute. And ultimately, if you're card dead and get into one bad pot and you're card dead for the rest of the time, then it's just, it's game over for you. But we'll see some folds around the table. Mitch Carlson will call. So will Kurt. Adalberto will check his option. Oh, Adalberto's... Oh, he's not all in. Is he? He is. So we might see 2 eliminations here if Adalberto does not win this hand. We'll see a call from Mitch. Kurt will fold, and Robert Fenner will fold. So we're going to go heads up to the flop. We'll be able to see what that card is and perhaps deduce what our dead card is. Ace, ace, 9. Ten deuce. Oh no, something's messed up on those cards. Well, nonetheless, Adalberto Garza eliminated in 69th place. So surely we'll be getting at least 1 or 2 new players to move on over to this table. It always sucks to see some players come in. We just start up the stream. We got a couple short stacks at the table, and we can't even get them to double up at least once so we can get some more screen time. But we want to thank Adalberto for coming out. Thank Rob Urbach for coming out. We hope to see those guys tomorrow in Jamestown. This is a crazy weekend for the Dakota Poker Tour. We're in Oaks on Saturday, and tomorrow we head north to 94 and a little bit west over to Jamestown. We return for the Buffalo City Showdown. It will be a one-day tournament. I believe similarly, if not exactly structured, the same as this tournament here in Oaks. So if you're in the area tomorrow, want to travel a little bit, it's not too far, head up to Jamestown. I believe registration will start at 11. Tournament will start at noon until we find another Dakota Poker Tour season champion. And of course, all of our champions of this season are invited at the season end, which is going to be tentatively now at the Speedway Event Center in West Fargo. That'll be April 21st through the 23rd. And we'll have our Tournament of Champions. So anyone who's won a DPT event this season will be invited to come out and potentially win a prize. I believe last year was a $1,500 World Series of Poker package, and I do believe this year is the same. And we've had another all-in by Zach Hoffner. He's all in for $40,500. Kim Rasmussen calls. Why? Because he flopped a straight. And Zach gets the higher straight on the turn. He's a jack and a jack only. And Zach Hoffner will double up off of who was once chip leader on the table. Double up off the chip leader. That's certainly the person you want to double up off of. It is the chip leader if you're sitting at a table and a little short stacked. But wow, Kim flops a straight. Zach flops an open ender. All in, call, turns a 7. Zach's in the lead. Kim needed a jack to split the pot. Doesn't catch it. It's a complete blank on the river. That's what I wanted to see from Ediberto and Rob Urbach. But that's how poker goes, and how she goes, bud. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Of course, we want to thank Hole in One Foundation for sponsoring this event. This is a new venue for the Dakota Poker Tour. Don't forget, if you're tuning in with us on Facebook and YouTube, go ahead and hit the share button, the like, subscribe. Make sure to get the word out about the Dakota Poker Tour. We had so far 2 people in on the flop. It looks like Kim's got 1,000 more to go.
Foreman. It's Foreman.
Foreman? Okay. Looks like we're bringing in 3 players, and I just saw a flash of a chip stack, and it looked healthy. I do recognize our player in seat 1. Okay, we've got in seat 1. Welcome to the table, David McDonald of Lemoore. He's coming in with 93,000 in chips. Seat 5, we're going to have Anthony Searborough of Mansfield. He's coming in with a massive chip stack of 188,500. And rounding off our completed table now is Sam Smith of Havana. He'll have a chip stack of 48,000. I actually haven't seen David McDonald in quite some time at any DPT events. Not to say he hasn't been here, but... And if that is the case, welcome back, David McDonald. Anthony Scarborough waking up with queens. Let's see if he ends up raising here. I can't imagine he won't. Yeah, it raises to 9,000. See if Robert Fenner wants to play, and I believe he makes the call. Zach Hoffner with his suited connectors. Folds, or as I like to say, punches the puppy. Flop comes 6-8 jack. 2 diamonds. Semi-connected board, we'll call it. Anthony's happy that nothing higher than a queen came out there. Anthony reaching for chips. He's going to bet. I think it looked like 15,000. 7,000. Not even close. I just see Robert say all in. Doesn't have any chips in front of him. He is all in. That son of a gun. Thinking maybe the board wasn't connected enough to that Anthony had anything, but oops. Robert Fenner eliminated in 68th place or so. Yep, he'll be eliminated in 68th place. We'll see if we have a new player to come in on seat 9. Of course, we do have to wait for the rest of the tournament to continue before we can just add a 9th player on the table. Got to keep all those tables nice and balanced. Saw some other notable players in the field. If you look kind of just to the right of the TV on the left, we can, yep, you can make that out. That is Awesome Bossum coming all the way from Moorhead to play in our tournament here today. Awesome Bossum saw him, and he's got a pair of crutches with him. Ended up tearing his ACL and meniscus during a basketball game. Luckily for him, that shouldn't take him out of too many poker games, because poker is a sit-down sport and requires little to no physical efforts. Flop comes 3-ace-9 on 4 players in. Anthony checks. Mitch checks. Sam with the gutter will bet 6,000. David McDonald will fold. Anthony folds and Mitch will fold. So Sam Smith will pick up a rather small pot. And if you want to follow along with us in this tournament, you can head over to our new website, dakotapokertour.com, to click on events, go to the hole-in-one main event, and you'll be able to see our prize pool, average chip stacks, which right now, average chip stack is 67,500, and all the other pertinent information you might need. So we have had an absolutely incredible turnout for our first time in Oaks, and we would be excited and more than happy to come back. Kurt Waldy, I think, folds. Yep. David folds, Zach folds. Kim will call for 600. What is that? No, Kim raises to 5,500. The color balance is a little. There's a glare from the. I think from the windows that are nearby. So Kim raises, Mitch calls, flop comes 7, 9, 10. Kim flops an open ender, Mitch flops a gutter ball. That's another 5,500. And Mitch will call. Let's hope an ace doesn't come up. And it's a king. And good lord, look at all those outs for Mitch. Of course, those outs mean a chop pot, so that's what we're looking at here. We'll probably see a check and a check. I assume that was a check. He just kind of threw his cards in there. But yeah, they got a chopper. Another seat open. That means we're down to 67 players. Definitely want to thank the crew at Hole-in-One Foundation, Cody Slusher, great poker player and even bigger heart, and Chad Rexine and the whole crew for the Hole-in-One Foundation. It takes a team. Just a few names: John Jorgensen, Jamie Matson, Anthony Brune, Cody Slusher, Justin Quant, Chad Rexine, and Chase Carlson, I believe, are the board members. David McDonald will call. Anthony Scarborough will raise it to 7,000. Mitch gets out of the way. Sam Smith out of the way. Kurt Waldy calls. David McDonald will also call with the suited connectors. Flop comes 10, Jack 6, Kurt Waldy with the sneaky 2-pair. David middle pair. Anthony flops a gut shot straight draw 2. This pot, or this hand, could yield a ton of action if the right cards come out.
He sees the actual production right now, which you can see.
And a 2 on the turn. Kurt will bet 15,000. David's going to fold. And Anthony will call as well, I believe. Nope, Anthony folds. So Kurt with the sneaky 2-pair wins that pot worth 69,000. Zach Hoffner will certainly fold here. Fold from Kim, fold from John, fold from Anthony. Mitch will fold. Sam is going to fold. Kurt will call in the small blind, and David will check his option. Flop comes 10, Jack, Jack, 2 clubs. Kurt checks, David checks. Turn comes a 10. So David's hand has been counterfeited by the board. Kurt bets 6,000, David folds. If that second 10 didn't come out, David might have stuck around, but knowing he cannot beat anything, if a player just has a 4, he's got him. They have him beat. Would have needed a 3 on the river. There you see up top, Anthony Scarborough, 203,000. John Walliser, just 23,500 in chips. Will be looking towards him to start making some moves. Sam Smith is almost in that position. And there's John going all in with 2 cards, believe it or not. See if we get any action. Anthony folds, Mitch folds, Sam folds, Kurt Waldy folds. And that's not much action for John, but he'll pull in 5,000 in chips, making his chip stack. You guessed it, 5,000 in chips more than what he started with. You know, he found a premium hand to go all in with pre-flop. Just could not get anyone with a halfway decent hand to call. So it's a blessing and a curse. You'd like to get some action and obviously win the double up there, because it is a premium hand. It could be an hour before you see another good hand. It's probably one of the more fascinating things in poker. Is, I think, a big factor with gauging whether or not you can be one of the, brings you to the next level from good to great, is being able to stay mentally focused throughout an entire day, being card dead for what might seem like hours, constantly folding hands. Maybe the hands that you do bet on, everyone folds and they don't catch anything, and it's just a mental grind all the way through. So Mitch and Kurt will call. David I want to say there was a raise in there by Kim. This is just our feature table stream. We'll probably go a couple levels and then take a break and come back for final table action, or at least the final 2 tables. Okay, David, no, he's not first tacked. What do we got? I think we're just having some graphics issues catching up with the cards. So Sam Smith, there's 3 chips there. I think blinds have gone up. Perhaps 2-4-4. Zach will raise to 7,000. Sorry for the jumpy camera angles. We just want to make sure everyone gets their time on camera. I think we're trying to get the graphics back to good. We did purchase a new little keyboard that doesn't have a full keyboard. It's just like looks like a number pad. So first time with that, I would expect there just to get the rhythm down. No harm, no foul. Looks like Sam Smith pulls in that pot. Luckily, we haven't had a big hand. Something we for sure want to stay tuned in on. All right, I think we got things figured out. Blinds are up to 1,500, 3,000, and a 3,000 big blind ante. That's what's going on. Ooh, Curtis Waldy waking up with aces. Let's see if he can get some action there. You definitely hate seeing people fold, 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 fold. Yeah. Getting aces in the big blind is like a dream come true. Can mask the strength of your hand. Kind of raise it up minimally. Ultimately, though, when everyone folds behind you, it really just makes you want to punch a puppy. All right, so Mitch will call for 8,000 after a Zach Hoffner raised to 11,000. Sam Smith calls, and it does sound like we're getting another new player in. You know, there's something about this feature table. If you come on the table, you may be ejected. Mitch Carlson checks. Sam catching top pair will bet 11,000 into a 37,000 chip pot. Zach Hoffner will call. And Mitch Carlson with middle pair will fold. Zach's hoping to catch that 7. Oh, Sam Smith folds. Zach must have re-raised. Wow, okay. And we're going to get a new player in seat 9. Have you heard? It's Mike Hurd of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Love seeing our South Dakota friends come on up to North Dakota and play in some Dakota Poker Tour tournaments. Mike Hurd coming in with 73,000 in chips. He is a Cincinnati Reds fan. Kurt Waldy with pocket 9s. He's going to raise to 9,000. Mike Hurd will fold. We'll see a call from Zach. And fold around to Mitch Carlson, who will most certainly call. Sam Smith folds. We'll see ace 5-9 on the flop. Kurt flopping trips. Goodness gracious. Zach catches top pair. Mitch getting no connections on this flop will surely get out of the way. After a bet of 12,000, Zach Hoffner raising to 30,000. Kurt can barely contain his excitement. Makes the call. Turns a 2. That gives Kurt the check mark. There is nothing Zach can get that will allow him to win. Let's see how Kurt plays this. He's going to fire away for 22,000. I heard an all-in from Zach. Oh my gosh. So Zach is going to be going out. And let's see what place, perhaps. Yep, drawing dead. Na na na, hey hey. Goodbye, Zach Hoffner. Thanks for coming out and playing. We certainly do appreciate it. Are player eliminations being updated? We've been at 60. Mark, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables perhaps left. Maybe? No, we're definitely at 6. There's one in the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We'll see some calls from a couple players, a check from... Guess the dealer can check an option. Not sure what's going on there, but we do have 5 players to the flop. It's 15,000 chip pot. Flop comes ace, deuce, deuce. 2 players catching ace, but Kurt Waldy again. Flops trips, he's gonna bet 9,000. If you're wondering where Kurt Waldy is, he's where is he? He's in seat 8, but the question more so is, what the hell does Kurt Waldy keep catching these massive hands for? So John Walliser goes all in with his aces. Kurt again is going to call with trips and devastate someone's life. John, I believe, is going to need to catch an ace. He's got a 4. So Kurt and Mitch are in this hand together with 5 on the river. Kurt's going to bet 15,000. Mitch is going to call. I would like to say that Kurt could have extracted some more max value. Although there is the straight out there now with that 5. Mitch did catch 2 pair. Oh my gosh, didn't even see that till now. Unbelievable hand. Kurt Waldy is starting to accumulate a massive quantity of chips. Just brimming with excitement. But hey, pull it together. You got a whole tournament to go yet, Kurt. But you're definitely made the right steps to put yourself in a position to win. We do not have the prize pool finalized yet. Or the prize pool is finalized. We don't have the payouts finalized yet. Those will be coming within the next hour or two for sure. By the time we have our feature and final table, we'll have your payouts. So in the 45 minutes we've been streaming this initial stream, I believe we've seen 4 players eliminated, now 5. So tons of great action on our feature table. Wouldn't have it any other way. Kim raises to 10,000. Mitch is going to call.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I raised 7,000.
Oh, so he raises to 17,000. 3 bets. Fold, fold, fold. Back over to Kim. 7,000 more to call. He will make the call. Flop comes Queen 7-9. If Kurt Waldy was playing Mitch's cards, he surely would have flopped a set there. He'll bet Kim folds and
That's right.
there you go, an overview of our tournament yet again. Once again, we're watching live coverage of the hole-in-one tournament at the Angry Beaver Lodge in Oaks, North Dakota. Mitch Carlson will call. Sam Smith will fold. Kurt Waldy will fold. Mike Hurd in the small blind. We'll just throw that away. Save himself 1,500, and David, I believe, just checks. So 2 to the flop. King 8-7. David hitting middle pair. David will bet 3,000. Mitch raises to 6,000. And David will call. Turn comes in 9. David checks, Mitch checks. 4 on the river gives David the check mark. We'll see if he sees it through to the end. We'll see check, check. And David will win, I believe, his first pot on our feature table.
What's that? 56. Okay.
We are down to 56 players. There we are. If you go to our DakotaPokerTour.com website, live updates, you will now see we have 56 players remaining. Your average chip stack is just under 82,000. If you are under that mark, it's time to make some moves. You want to set yourself up for the deeper part of the tournament, getting above that average chip stack. Every player eliminated, of course, brings that average chip stack up. That is how averages work. Anthony Scarborough with King 10 offsuit. Believe he raised. He could have called. He raised to 7,000. Mitch folds. Sam folds. Kurt Waldy folds. Mike Hurd will fold. David folds. And Kim folds, so oh, Kim checked or called. Kim flops a flush draw. 6-9-2 is your flop. Not a very well connected board, all low cards. Anthony's reaching for chips. He's going to bet an undisclosed amount. Make it 8,000. Kim will call with the draw. Seven on the turn. Ace on the river. Kim does not get the flush. But he will make Anthony sit in the think tank. Bet about half pot. And Kim will win. Even though he had the less superior hand.
Yeah, I tried to check raise you on the one before, and you wouldn't bet. You're not gonna do it this time either. And get some value. Almost.
I want to thank Ben Mahold for tuning in to the live stream, and the Fidel Cashflow tuning into the live stream on YouTube. No one's chiming in yet on Facebook. Kurt Waldy with Jack 10 offsuit in the hijack. Mike Hurd waking up to kings. And David McDonald waking up to aces. David's going to go all in. Kim folds. Anthony folds. Over to Kurt. Kurt, where is Waldy? Will fold. And we do get a call from Mike Hurd, and we're going to flip him up. We're going to see aces versus kings. Mike just heard that, and he is devastated. He needs to catch a lot of help. Six, 6, 9. No help. 7, 6. He's got a 2-outer. He's got to hit a king. And a 9 on the river eliminates Mike Hurd in 56th place. So Mike Hurd of Aberdeen, hopefully, he just heads straight north to Jamestown, stays the night, and plays in our next DPT event, which is tomorrow at the Buff Bar for the Buffalo City Showdown. Last year's winner, Brant Jenner, coming from Harvey, took down the Buffalo City Showdown. This year, yet to be determined, but it could be you if you're in Jamestown at the Buff Bar. Registration starts at 11, cards in the air at noon. Late registration until dinner break should be about 4:35. just heard another seat open call from the floor, which means we are down in the lower 50s of players remaining. It's going to raise it up to 15,000. Yeah, well, there's our graphics there, so see what we were dealing with. I think our blinds will be up next level as well. Should be 2,000, 4,000 with a 4,000 big blind ante. And we will have a new player entering our feature table.
You know the drill, Joe. You're a nice.
I don't know about you, but I am probably more excited to see our new player entering the table than you are. I don't know if it's because I have to tinkle, I just can't sit still, or I'm just that excited. Kurt Waldy picking up some suited connectors, he'll call. David McDonald in the hijack will most likely fold. Kim, big slick. It's been whittled down. I think Kim re-raised. Hey, Joel Smith plays our new player on the table. He's no slouch in poker, coming off of a FPN National Championship victory down in Las Vegas. Joel Smith of Henning, Minnesota, coming in with 99,500 in chips. That will be good for about 10,000 more than your average chip stack. So he's sitting okay, but definitely not out of the woods. Is he struggling over there? Or is it the grab? Oh, the huh? Yeah. Oh, fuck. In the hand or not in the hand, yeah. Oh, I think that's a Joel Smith all in. I don't know if he had 93,000. That certainly doesn't look like it. $59.5 is what I heard Randy call. It is up to Kurt Waldy, I think. And he folds, so Joel Smith will take home A few more chips than when he started the hand with.
It's getting better and better in the group. Don't any better than any more. No, we're 2 and 4. This is the first thing we're 2 and 4.
Where's our blinds at? Who's gonna be at seat 2?
Our blinds have gone up to 2,000, 4,000 with a 4,000 big blind ante. I think we need a pause. We got to just got to get caught up with the player movements and chip counts and all that, and just getting a little ahead of ourselves, but nothing we can't fix.
Oh, you replaced the key fob? Okay. Yeah. Oh, so the car. How would it be?
I think we can hopefully get on track here. All right, with some of the technical difficulties, we are just going to, this is just our initial broadcast for the evening. Going to get all the wrinkles ironed out, and we are going to come back for our final table action later this evening. Stay tuned. You're watching live coverage of the Hole in One Foundation Dakota Poker Tour. Thanks for tuning in.